Radical.
You know, it's a tough job. It really is. Having to correct the entire internet sometimes. And sometimes people get uppity. I have so many people that I have to correct. I would say I spend a big fraction of my time here on the channel just correcting motherfuckers that are off base. And sometimes they're really intelligent people who leave really intelligent comments. But I tell you what, this comment is not worthy of comment of the week. It's not worthy of even an honorable mention because there's too many things wrong here. But I'm not saying, you might leave a comment in the future that might be under consideration, but there's too many things wrong here, okay? So substance and intelligence alone does not make a comment, a medalist. It does not make a medalist. Things have to make sense. But this is a good opportunity for correction. The retro perspective. If you had linked to the video, the original comment is from people would be able to see. Wait, if you had linked to the video, the original comment is from people would be able to see. I see you edited this comment. Might take some more time to re-edit it, I would say, because that first sentence kind of hurts my brain. I have already responded in detail to your response. Pretty much proves my first point. The comments are from videos that are probably going to be contextual to those videos. I'm not sure you even understand what I mean, come to think of it. I'll just copy and paste it here, I guess, so to do your work for you, seeing as you work so hard. The comment you are responding to was on a video, Shirley, and you basically begin with, I'm clearly correct. Correct about what? Sure, I can take a good guess about what kind of thing you're talking about because it's all you ever seem to talk about. But similarly to how I said before that you present things dishonestly by leaving out information, how can we all get a feel for whether you are actually correct on the things or not? In a structured video, you would present things like that so the viewer would actually engage with what you're saying. But it doesn't matter to you because you're preaching to acquire people that want so badly for people like the MGR crew to be crooks. Perhaps they are, but you and your fan base feed off the drama. I'm very critical of YouTubers who upload once a month, even more so of people like H Bomber Guy, who make videos every 4 or 5 months and is earning thousands. I'm not devaluing your time at all. Everyone's time is of equal value. What is exactly ironic is that you are grandstanding against this commenter claiming that you put just as much effort into your videos, yet don't have Patreon when I can demonstrate to you right now that you don't put the effort in. You said this vid took you half an hour, my rad response. Well, for example, my essay style videos take maybe 4 hours to write, average. Filming takes an hour if I'm generous. Editing, 8 hours, generous again. I also work. So in a week, your half an hour a day adds up to 3 hours and 30 minutes. Big whoop. How do you do it? Take a look at your video description, your lack of tags. You shoved the video up here without a thought. The irony comes when we look at this another way because I'm not doing this primarily for the money. I would have quit years ago if I was. But think of all the people putting in more effort than you who don't have your sub count, slaving away on weekly edited videos. They sub to you thinking, oh great, another gaming channel. Let's see what they're like. Oh, it's just constant drumming up drama about how bigger YouTubers are e-baking because their videos are easy and they have Patrons. These YouTubers could look at your sub count and say the exact same thing of you that you say of these e-bakers. Because if you think slapping unrelated gameplay footage over the top of you talking for a few minutes is class as editing, then you are clearly as delusional as I thought. Okay, let's see. So many weak points in this comment here. Where do I exploit them first? Well, let's start out at the last thing you say. Unrelated gameplay footage. You talk about me using unrelated gameplay footage. Or not using footage at all. Sometimes I just upload a static logo, right? How lazy, right? This guy is so lazy. The thing is, you got to look at substance on YouTube. Substance, right? Entertainment. Substance, entertainment. I have bragged that I can upload just a black screen and I can keep this channel going with a black screen in the background. How many motherfuckers can say that? There's no gimmicks, just a black screen and my thoughts. Not everyone can do that, right? But, you have those fancy game review uploads that everybody is going crazy for. You do. Endural I saw. It was a 5-minute 5-minute review, right? 5 minutes. There was unrelated gameplay footage. Oh, you got the game right. But I noticed that there was about a 30 or 40 second swaths of gameplay in 5 minutes. Oh, that takes so long, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here, blah, 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 5 minutes. You want to make sure the gameplay matches up with what you're fucking talking about. Otherwise, you could just put in some gameplay of The Walking Dead, some gameplay of a shooting game or something like that. Right? You could do that because the goal is to make everything match up with what you're saying. But you might say, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. You say you don't have the time for editing, yet I look at your channel and what do you upload, like once or twice a month? And, oh, you work though. Oh, you work. I upload daily. Now it's just me talking about, random things, but I still upload daily. Now, you don't have a very active comment community, do you? You don't have a lot of multiple shows. I got comment cuts. I got radical rapid fire comment response. I got comment of the week. I got show off Saturdays. I have multiple things going on here, and I still get more requests. And I still usually don't spend more than like a freaking hour on the channel. That is goddamn amazing, the retro perspective. That is goddamn amazing. Also, I spend time to actually correct people also like yourself. So there's a lot of things that I do here, and I really don't get as much credit as I should. Okay? So yeah, it seems like a case, let's just put this out there. It seems like a case that you might be a little salty over like my numbers, because you're at like what, 1,000 and I'm at 5,000. Big whoop. What the fuck should the numbers matter? This is something I preach to people. Your YouTube subscriber numbers, your views, they don't fucking matter. It's about like what you're doing and if you enjoy what you're doing. It just so happens that one thing I enjoy doing retrospective is correcting motherfuckers on the internet, right? I just like correcting people. I correct people in real life. I'm in a position where I can correct people, so I do it. I'm damn good at it. But you might not like this. You might say, hey, Rick, you're on the soapbox. It's not structured. Well, fuck you and fuck your structure. I said it. Fuck you. Fuck your structure. How about maybe work on, I don't know, being entertaining? Just being entertaining, right? Seems to be a lack. A lot of people that criticize me, they don't have that certain intangible. They don't have that certain something that grabs people and holds them and pulls them in. It's called entertainment. When you're me, you don't have to do all this stuff. You don't have to spend 8, 9, 10, 40 hours a week on one video. You don't have to. And I think a lot of people are jealous because of that. I think they are, right? I've uploaded black screens that said update, and I've had tons of people come by and see what it's about. It's not my fault that people want to come here to listen to me talk. It's not my fault. But it seems like there's a lot of people out here that are just mad about that. Don't be mad about that. Work on you. Just in general, work on you is what I'm saying. Now, maybe you got some great uploads. Maybe you do retro perspective. Maybe they're structured. Oh, man, maybe they're structured. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But the thing is, like I said, try to work on being entertaining, and then people will come to your channel naturally, or they won't. I don't know. There's a lot of entertaining people on YouTube that don't even have like 10 or 20 subscribers. It's not fair is what I'm saying. It really isn't fair. Okay? I just don't want people to be pissed off and jealous that I have 5,000 some subscribers, because it's not really that big a deal at the end of the day. It's not. It really, if I had 50,000, it wouldn't be that big of a fucking deal. Okay? That's why I try to explain to people, yeah, I was on a soapbox. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not editing this. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to do anything else with the channel. I can, but I don't need to. There's not a need, right? Player pass. Some people were like, hey, you're going to do game reviews and everything. I don't know. I might not. But I just kind of blow off steam here. This is a fucking hobbyist channel. Okay. It's just a hobby. That's all I'm saying. It's at times not professional, but sometimes it's better than many other channels, even though it's not professional. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, you talk about your essay videos. And I'm going to keep that in there. It's a long rate, but I'll fucking keep that in there. I don't give a shit. And this is going to piss this person off. No gameplay footage at all in the background of this. Just my logo. Man, I just love pissing people off. Your essay videos take maybe 4 hours to write. Filming takes an hour if I'm generous. Editing takes 8 hours. Not in that 5-minute video, brother. You know, you're doing something wrong. You are doing something wrong. I don't think so, okay? You go back to... Man, this went long, right? My goal was actually to reply to this in detail, but fuck it. I went on a soapbox. I don't really give a fuck. We'll finish off by... You're talking about... the MGR crew. And you contradict yourself. This is kind of funny here. You might want to edit this also. You say you're preaching to a choir of people that want so badly for people like the MGR crew to be crooks. Then you say perhaps they are. Okay. What? Wait, what? See, I don't get this. You say that I'm preaching to a choir, and I desperately want people to think that they're crooks. Well, no. See, when you do things, the retro perspective, like, oh, I don't know, come out with museum merch. When you do things like tell people you're going to have your own gaming museum and you take in donations for that museum and it doesn't exist and will never fucking exist, well, guess what? People like me will hold your ass to the fire. You know? And you know what? I don't think there's another thing I don't get as much credit for. Several uploads trying to do my best to say the exact same things differently. I don't think anyone can humanly do that, but for a long time, I made those uploads interesting. Some of the sit downs with Kenny, I made those very interesting. It's no small fucking feat, right? It isn't. So ultimately, I'm just getting this out of the way before actually the next, comment of the week, which are great, by the way, retrospective. They come out really, really great. The last ones especially have. This is just me blowing off steam and actually just correcting people. Is it the best? No. Is it meant to be? No. Is there a lot of editing? Fuck no. But the thing about correcting people is it's pretty simple for me, and I don't need to write a script to correct you. All right? Also, the more I'm reading this comment, the more it seems like well-written bullshit. But the thing is, it's not even structured. It doesn't even have good structure, okay? Usually there's paragraphs retrospective, but it's more like you have sentences broken up, right? Maybe I can work with you on your comment structure as a judge of comments. But I have a problem here. It's just bothering me, right? You said in a structured video, you would present things like that so the viewer can actually engage with what you're saying. I think there's supposed to be something in there. Maybe engage in what you're saying? Okay, engage in. It's not that difficult, right? You didn't have the time to type 2 little letters that could have really brought that sentence together. But I have a problem when you say, you say that people can engage in with what I'm saying. That's like you're trying to say that people can't understand what I'm saying or they can't follow. Listen, just because you can't follow me, you can't follow the words I am saying retrospective doesn't mean that not everybody can. You seem so intelligent, but also at the same time, kind of stupid, to be honest, right? You can be that. You can be intelligently stupid. You came here, let's be honest here, you came here to defend the gaming historian. I'm spot on the gaming historian. He's a lazy motherfucker. Let's just call it as is. He's a lazy motherfucker. All right? People hold up his videos as being some of the best on YouTube. He's a lazy motherfucker. He had a 5-minute Game Boy sonar video where he went fishing. He's a lazy motherfucker. So one thing I do is expose a lot of people on YouTube. All right? It's just part of what I do here. I do it well. Okay? Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you think everybody on YouTube should just do game reviews and just that, I suppose. But you know what? I don't think there's any problem here with what I do. I expose people on YouTube. I open eyes on YouTube. And yes, I point out cons and crooks, like people in the MGR crew. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem I think is that I'm doing it very well. And you seem a bit salty that I'm doing it very well and correctly to the best of my ability. I think that's what's really going on here. So yeah, we'll just leave it there. And I'm actually going to go to work on something very structured in the next comment of the week. I recommend that series, Retro Perspective. I recommend that. That's structured. Oh, wait, I don't have gameplay playing in the background, right? Is that what it is? Or does that make you mad? I'm confused, right? You're one of those guys for structure. I wonder, I'm not going to really delve into things personal, but I wonder, are you the kind of guy that you take maybe 30 minutes to an hour to actually prepare to have sex? To fuck a girl? Do you make sure you have everything laid out correctly and every angle is it exactly at certain? Is that really? Could you come across as that kind of guy, right? Just loosen up the collar, man. Just fucking relax is my advice.